Good afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon. This is our second attempt at this because someone very rudely rang in the middle of our kind of just at the beginning of our recording. So we've started again. So hello again. It's Saturday. It's Saturday morning. It's being Saturday morning. I'm with Squirtle, and we've got picture books. There is a wave from the Squirtle. Let's just have a quick look at the Squirtle because her hair is looking rather glorious today. We've got a blue pom-pom and a red pom-pom. And we've got hot chocolate. We've got a berry white hot chocolate for the Squirtle. And we've got a salted caramel hot chocolate for me. And we've got a pile of picture books to read. So the ones we have got today are The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors, which is a really, very, very funny book. You'll have seen the author before because he's the same author as the. He wrote the day the crayons quit, and so we've had the two. Yeah, we've had the day the crayons came home and the day the crayons quit, and we've had the crayons Christmas actually as well, haven't we? So they were drawn by Oliver Jeffers. This one's drawn by somebody called Adam Rex. So they're all funny books today. That one's a funny one. We have got the very rude Nuddy Ned, and it's a cheeky lift the flap book, so you'll have to lift the flaps.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. It's kind of like they're just you think you're going to see his bottom, but it's not really his bottom. So we've got Nuddy Ned. That's written by Kes Gray. He was the Oi Frog writer.
It's weird at the end.
Yes, but don't give it away.
Yeah.
Then we've also got the very rudely named Cinderella's Bum. But it's Cinderella's Bum and Other Bottoms, because Cinderella's Bum only features on one page. It's all about bottoms. But that's by a brilliant author called Nicholas Allen, who's written various books called Heaven, Jesus' Christmas Party, The Hefty Fairy. Really some cracking author he is. But Jesus' Christmas Party, you may be more familiar with that than any of the others. And the rather brilliant You're Called What? So another one by Kes Gray. This is a bit of a Kes Gray special. As we say, he's the author of Oi Frog. So they're all funny ones today. All funny ones. So, and
You're Called What is a bit grim.
Mm-hmm.
You're Called What is a bit grim at the end page.
Oh, it's only because it's got all of the kind of like the slightly weird looking animals that we talk about in the book. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's crack on. 'Cause it's a beautiful day, and you probably want to get in the pool, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this.
And we'll have to go out on our bikes again because the people will have seen this week how brilliant you are on your bike. That's one of the things you learned this week, to ride a bike.
Yesterday I did it like 5 times.
Yes, we've got kind of like a bit over near Rosie and Andrew that we call the island.
Yeah.
Because it is an island. And yeah, we've taken doing a circuit round there and going round and round and round and round.
I do it like 7 times every day.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
well, we did it at least about 5 or 6 times last night.
5. Well, 5. Like about 5 times a day.
Mm.
But when I do it, I go around the island about 7 times.
Yeah. Exactly. Go wear those tyres out. They're getting so good at it now. So we'll start off with Drew Daywart's The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors. Like I say, these are funny books. Long ago, in an ancient and distant realm called the Kingdom of Backgarden, there lived a warrior named Rock. Rock was the strongest in all the land, but he was sad because no one could give him a worthy challenge. Rock travelled to the mysterious forest of over by the Tyre Swing, where he met a warrior who hung on a rope holding a giant's underwear. "Drop that underwear and battle me, you ridiculous wooden clip man. I will pinch you and make you cry, Rock Warrior." Rock versus Clothes Peg. Rock is victorious. Even though he'd won, Rock was still unsatisfied, so he journeyed on to the mystical tower of Grandma's favourite apricot tree, and there he was met by an odd and delicious fruit. Do you know apricots? You ever tasted an apricot?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
A bit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of apricot. "You, sir, look like a fuzzy little bum." "What? I challenge you to a duel." "Then let us battle."
Rock versus apricot. I will beat you, Rock, with my tart and tangy sweetness. Rock is victorious. Oh, I'm smooshed. And yet smooshing you has brought me no joy. Are you not entertained?
They were entertained, but the battle had been too easy, so Rock left the kingdom of Back Garden, still in search of a worthy foe. Meanwhile, in the empire of Mum's study, on lonely and windswept Desk Mountain, a second great warrior sought the glory of battle, and his name was Paper. Even though he was the cleverest warrior in all the land, he was also sad, because no one could outwit him. He set out across Desk Mountain to find his match, and there he met a large and square monster. Do you want to reach your hot chocolate? Go on, have a little sip of hot chocolate. It's hard work. You've got to hold that, and you've got to drink, and yeah, tough work this.
I gobble up the likes of you and spit them out every day, little Paper.
Oh, then taste my fury, giant box monster.
Paper versus computer printer. No, a paper jam. Paper is victorious.
Having beaten the fiercest fighter of Desk Mountain, Paper climbed down to the pit of Office Rubbish Bin, where he battled the most terrifying horde of creatures in all the land, the half-eaten bag of trail mix.
Paper versus half-eaten bag of trail mix. Ah, foul wizard, he's blotted out the sun. Run for your lives, laddies.
That was really fun.
Paper wins again. Can no one beat me?
And so, with a heavy heart, Paper departed the empire of Mum's study. At the same time, in the kitchen realm, in the tiny village of Junkdraw, there lived a third great warrior, and they called her Scissors. And she was the fastest blade in all the land. She, too, was unchallenged. On this day, her first opponent was a strange and sticky circle man.
Let us do battle, you tacky and vaguely round monstrosity.
I will battle you, and I will leave you beaten and confused with my adhesive and tangling powers.
Scissors versus roll of tape. Scissors is victorious.
Scissors forged on across the kitchen realm to the frigid wastes of Refrigerator Freezer, and there she met her most fearsome adversaries yet, dinosaurs made of frozen breaded chicken.
I have come from the far reaches of kitchen to battle you, O bizarre and yummy breaded dinosaurs. Bow before our child-pleasing shapes and flavours, Swordmaster. No one can resist our crunchy awesomeness. Scissors versus dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. Dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets win. No, wait. No, they don't. Scissors is victorious again. Am I so good that not even dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets can beat me?
And so Scissors, like Rock and Paper before her, travelled beyond her own kingdom, seeking out a challenger who was her equal. Then one day, in the great cavern of Two Car Garage, Rock and Scissors came face to face.
I hope you're wearing your battle pants, Rock Warrior.
Battle pants? I didn't say that right.
I hope you're wearing your battle pants, Rock Warrior. If by battle pants you mean no pants, but I'm willing to fight you, then yes, I'm wearing my battle pants, weird scissory one.
I don't know how Rock can walk, because
this is true. I guess he rocks. He rocks from back to front because he's a rock. That's what rocks would do. They would rock backwards and forwards.
Rock versus Scissors.
Right, can you remember who would win out of Rocks versus Scissors?
Wait, I think Rock, yeah.
Rock, because Rock blunts Scissors, doesn't it?
Yeah.
An epic and legendary battle ensued, but ultimately Rock is victorious. You made me happy. You made me so happy by beating me. I wish I felt your joy, Scissors, for I have yet to meet a warrior who can beat me.
Hi there.
Those are fighting words.
Wait, what?
Rock versus Paper.
Paper beats Rock, doesn't it?
Scissors versus Paper. You beat me.
Oh, right. Okay, we need to kind of like just react. So kind of like, yeah. So Paper beats Rock.
Scissors versus Paper. Scissors beats paper. He beat me.
That's funny. That looks like a smile.
Yeah. And the three great warriors hugged each other and danced for joy, and they became best friends. Finally, they'd each met their matches. They were so happy, in fact, that they began to battle again. Round and round they went in the most massive and epic three-way battle of all time. And it is said that this joyous struggle still rages on to this very day. That is why children around the world, in back gardens, on playgrounds, and yes, even in classrooms, still honour the three great warriors by playing paper, scissors, rock. Rock, paper, scissors. Do you want one quick game of that?
No, we'll do it.
No? Go on, put your hand out. Right. Right, I'll do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. You win. Rock beats scissors. They blunt the scissors. You win. That's not fair. That's not fair. Right, Nuddy Ned's the next one. Right. Bit shorter, these other ones. That was a bit of a long one.
Yeah.
Nuddy Ned.
This is
What's that?
hilarious.
Oh, there's a chair. Thinking, what the heck's that? Busy in the bedroom, making up Ned's bed, there was Mum and there was Dad. But where was Nuddy Ned? Ned was in the bathroom, standing on the mat, all clean and fresh and sparkling. Thank Bubble Bath for that. Ned looked in the mirror and did a little wiggle. He waved his arms and jumped about, and then began to giggle. His heart filled up with naughtiness, his eyes began to flash. He did a hop, and then a skip, and then he made a dash. Yahoo! Said Ned. Woohoo! Said Ned. They don't teach this at school. Life is far more interesting with nothing on at all. Ned did nuddy cartwheels and star jumps willy-nilly. He'd never felt so loopy-loop. He'd never been so silly.
How's he got a ball? He's got like a ball when he does cartwheels. He's got a ball on him.
Oh yeah, well I think that's just so that we don't see the naughty bits.
Oh.
Put some clothes on, get dressed now. Ned, don't you be so bold. Ned's mum and dad were not impressed, but Ned would not be told. Ned leapt across the sofa and raced into the hall, then charged out through the front door with nothing on at all. Thankfully, a bee is covering his bits there. Otherwise, this would be a very rude book. Ned scooted past the rose beds and jumped the garden gate. He hurtled on his nuddy way. Nuddiness won't wait. I'm Nuddy Ned, I'm Nuddy Ned. Jim Jams aren't for me. I'm never wearing clothes again. It's the nuddy life for me. Are we going to see his bottom?
I think
No, there's a bird flying upside down.
I thought that was going to be a cat, like jumping.
Yes, absolutely. But there's the cat watching the bird.
Okay.
His mum and dad chased after him, gasping, wheezing, puffing. All the neighbours stood and stared. Good grief, Ned's wearing nothing. Ned ran past and waved at them. Good evening, lovely weather. How do you like my latest look? It's called the Altogether. Oh, there's a banana covering him now from that lady's basket. She's been so surprised. Ned cartwheeled past the bus stop and sprang his big surprise. Late night shoppers dropped their bags and covered up their eyes. Down the high street, through the park, Nuddy Ned ran riot. Put some clothes on, people cried. I won't, said Ned. Be quiet.
I think it's going to be like a leaf. Yeah.
That's what's a feather. Feather from the duck, I think, isn't it?
Oh.
Or it might be from that one. He's looking a bit bare. Ned raced through the precinct in his birthday suit. His mum and dad chased after him in hot but tired pursuit. Nuddy Ned, don't you be so rude. Don't go in the pizza house, you'll put them off their food.
I think it's going to be a pizza though.
Do you think?
Yeah.
The pizza topping counter is precisely where Ned sat. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nuddy Ned. Top that. What do you think? What did you think?
A pizza. Oh.
No, it's an olive oil thing. Olive oil drizzler thing. People screamed and hid their eyes with deep pan pizza crusts. Ned skedaddled through the door and ran to catch a bus.
Go.
There's nothing on that one. So The bus conductor shook his fist. "Get off my bus," he freaked. "You'll have to walk." "Or run," laughed Ned. "Or even better, streak." Nuddy Ned leapt off the bus and jumped a 6-foot fence. He landed in a field of cows who haven't felt right since.
I don't know.
That doesn't rhyme particularly well, fence and since. He couldn't,
Is
obviously
there?
couldn't
There's
think
a
of...
flap there.
Mhm. Oh, there's a flap. Oh, what's that going to be then if it's a cow? What do
I
you think?
don't know.
What's that, just a lump of grass?
Oh.
I think it's just a lump of grass. His mum and dad climbed after him and fell into a heap. "We'll never catch him in these fields, not even with a jeep." "Ned, come back. It's rather rude to run round in the nuddy." "It's not," said Ned. "It's monster fun. Don't be so fuddy-duddy." Ned's mum and dad sat on the grass. Was it really worth this fuss? Perhaps he's right. We could find out. "Yahoo, Ned! Wait for us!"
That's a bit weird.
That is a bit weird, isn't it? They've given up and they're trying the naked life, the nuddy life, and running off into the sunset with no clothes on. Right, Cinderella's bum and other bottoms. They're all very rude today. There's a bit of a bottom theme going on as well as a rude theme. So Cinderella's bum. It's not really about Cinderella's bum. Look, there's lots of pants. We've got Father Christmas's pants. We've got Snow White's pants. Houdini's. Oh, what's the other Father Christmas Needs a Wee? That's written by this man as well.
Oh.
You know that one. So
Which
Father Christmas,
colour?
Snow White, because he's very white pants. Houdini, and he was what's called an escapologist, so he's got lots of keys on his. Prince Charming, because he's always looking in the mirror, so he's got a mirror and a comb. Buffalo Bill, he was a cowboy. And a character in Silence of the Lambs, but that I think that's recognising the
Grumpy.
cowboy one. Grumpy, so that's Grumpy of the Seven Dwarfs.
yeah,
Grumpy, is it?
Yeah.
Queen Victoria, they're very long, they're bloomers, I think they would have been called back in the day. She
Cinderella.
doesn't look very she used to say things like, "We are not amused." Cinderella, what the book is all
Clock.
about, and that's with a clock that chimes at midnight. And Nicholas Allen, who's an artist, so he's got paintbrushes and pencils and paper on his.
Wait, who's this from?
This is Nicholas Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. My big sister's always worried about her bum. Is your sister worried about her bum?
No, not really.
No, not particularly, is she? But I think it's lovely. Do you think your sister's got a lovely bum?
I don't know.
It's okay, isn't it? This summer, she wouldn't go come swimming because her swimsuit was too tight. "My bum must have grown," she moaned, so I told her. Mouths are all shapes and sizes, noses are all shapes and sizes, and bums are all shapes and sizes too. Big bums can be useful. Santa has a big bum, especially for crash landings or unexpected trouble. Yeah, because if he climbs down a chimney to a lit fire, he needs a bit of padding there. Queen Victoria had a big bum. Ho-hum. She ruled England for 60 years, so she needed it to sit on the throne all that time. Houdini, the famous escapologist, had a small bum. He could escape from anything, even a milk churn. But if he had a large bum, he might not have been famous at all. He'd have been stuck in there, going, "Help." Buffalo Bill had a big bum. Ow, 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 to soften the bumpy ride. Sometimes I wish I had a bigger bottom too. There are short bottoms and long bottoms. Some bottoms have trumpets in them. Does anyone in our house have? We won't say. Posh ones have clarinets. Old ladies go. You can have a long nose and a short bottom, or a long bottom and a short nose. Cinderella had small feet, but a big bum. The ugly sisters had big feet, but small bums. So it's lucky Cinderella lost her shoe at the ball, and not her knickers. It's a bit rude, losing your knickers. If the prince had loved Snow White for her bottom, it would have been difficult for the wicked queen to talk to her mirror. But if the princess had had a large bottom, "Mirror, mirror, don't be rotten, say I have the nicest bottom," she might never have felt that pea. So that's the story. Do you know the story of the princess and the pea? Yeah. So I said to my sister, "Be proud of your bottom, it's lovely."
like all different patterns on the like things, all different pattern
Oh,
mattresses.
on the mattresses, yeah. Which got you're bound to have picked it. It's all about favourites for you. So, which is your favourite mattress?
I don't know.
That one's like a watermelon one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's probably mine.
Yeah, a watermelon one. But my big sister still wouldn't come swimming, so I finally told her, "You don't need to worry about your bottom anyway." "Why not?" she asked. "Because," I said, "that swimsuit you've been trying on to get into all of this time, it's mine." Yippee! Yippee!
That's funny.
Splash, splash. The end. I think are you going to get into your swimming costume after this? Okay, we'll have a bit of lunch. We've got jacket potato for lunch.
My swimsuit looks a tiny bit like that.
Yeah. So my friend Sue likes to know what we're having for lunch. So we're having jacket potato. What are you having on your jacket potato? Do you know?
Beans.
Beans
Yeah.
with sausages or just beans?
Just
beans.
No,
Right.
I know.
I'm going to have a slurp of hot chocolate. Do you need a slurp of hot chocolate?
Yeah, and I can do it from here.
Love hot chocolate. Mummy said it was too hot for hot chocolate, but I think it's quite nice having hot drinks on a. It's cold down here, really, isn't it? You're called what? This is a funny story. You're called what? It was another busy day at the Ministry of Silly Animal Names. Window number 1, please. "I'd like to change my name, please," said the dog who was who was next in the queue. "May I ask why?" said the secretary bird behind the counter. "Because I'm a cockapoo," said the cockapoo. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "You see," said the cockapoo, "whenever I say what sort of dog I am, everybody laughs." "I'd rather be a cockapoo than a monkey-faced prickleback," said the monkey-faced prickleback, standing at window number 2. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "That can't be a real name for an animal." "It is," sighed the monkey-faced prickleback. "I'd rather be a monkey-faced prickleback than a pink fairy armadillo," sighed the pink fairy armadillo at window number 3. "Ha ha ha ha!" laughed all the other animals with silly names. "At least you're not a blue-footed booby," said the blue-footed booby at window number 4. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "At least you're not an ice cream cone worm," sighed the ice cream cone worm at window number 5. "At least you're not a shovel-nosed guitar fish," said the shovel-nosed guitar fish, standing at window number 6. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "Imagine being called a blobfish," sighed the blobfish at window number 7. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "I mean, it's not as if I look like a blob, is it?" Went all the other animals with silly names. He does look rather like a blob.
Yeah.
"I don't exactly look like a bone-eating snot flowerworm, do I?" said the bone-eating snot flowerworm at window number 8. "But it didn't stop me being called one." Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "I'll give you 1,000,000 guesses what I got called," frowned the fish at window number 9. Can you remember?
No.
"A fungus-faced flounder," guessed the monkey-faced prickleback. "A gungy-gobbed grouper," guessed the pink fairy armadillo. "Tell us," said the blue-footed booby. "Yes, tell us," said the bone-eating snot flowerworm. "We promise not to laugh." "A tasselled wobblegong," sighed the tasselled wobblegong. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. "You're called what?" "I thought being a winkle sounded silly," said the winkle at window number 10. "I thought being a fried egg jellyfish sounded silly," said the fried egg jellyfish. That does look like a fried egg jellyfish, though, doesn't it? At window number 11. "But a tasselled wobblegong. No wonder everyone is laughing." "Get ready to laugh some more," sighed the wasp at window number 12. "My name is so silly, it's impossible to say it without laughing." "What kind of wasp are you then?" asked the fried egg jellyfish. "I'm an ah-ha-ha," said the wasp. "Ah-ha-ha-ha!" Laughed all the other animals with silly names. No, an ah-ha-ha, frowned the wasp. Ah-ha-ha-ha-ha, laughed all the other animals with silly names. No, not an aha, 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 insisted the wasp. An aha-ha. Laughed all the other animals with silly names. Right, that's it, fumed the aha-ha. I'd like to change my name immediately, please. Of course, said the secretary bird at window number 12. And what would you like your new name to be? Dave. Looking a bit kind of... Dave. And there we got facts and snaps. So that's what a blue-footed booby really looks like. It's quite a good cartoon, isn't it? But he has got very blue feet. The secretary bird. Named for its crest of quill-like feathers, the predator is great at catching snakes. And there is a tasseled wobblegong found in coral reefs. A winkle, we've seen winkles down at the seaside. They're quite common. These creatures are typically eaten with vinegar by humans in coastal areas. I'm not sure that you'd like a winkle. You tried oysters and you've tried.
I haven't tried oysters.
Have you not? What
That
is
was
it?
Emily. Emily's tried oysters and prawns.
Prawns, yeah, that's it. Blobfish. How funny are blobfish?
That looks just
That
grim.
is just grim, isn't it? Voted the world's ugliest animal.
Okay, I don't want to look at it.
No.
Look at that anyway.
A bone-eating snot flower worm. That's what it really looks like. The fried egg jellyfish. Again, it looks more like a poached egg to me. But yeah. A monkey-faced prickleback. He's a funny-looking thing. The shovel-nosed guitarfish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cockapoo.
That's normal.
Yeah, I was going to say we know people with cockapoos, don't we?
I don't think cockapoo's that weird.
No,
Name.
I think no. I agree. The ah-ha-ha wasp. They obviously didn't have a picture of that. This wasp is so reclusive we couldn't find a photo of him. The pink fairy armadillo. Oh, he's quite pretty, isn't he? But he has got kind of a body a bit like an armadillo, and he's got this furry bit, and an ice cream cone worm. Oh, that's like one of those things you get in Italian ice creams. Can't remember what they're called.
Oh yeah.
But the ones that are about that big. So they were all real animals, and we need to draw one ourselves and draw a picture of that. So that was all the books today. We have got some. Well, we haven't picked them yet tomorrow, or have you?
No, you pick them.
Yeah. So we'll have a
Yeah,
look. We'll have a look
gonna
through
have
the.
four tomorrow.
I can't remember. Can you
Yeah.
remember any of the ones for tomorrow?
I think Monster and Me.
Oh, Monster and Me, which is a new book by chef Nadia Hussein, who struggles with anxiety problems, so she's written a children's book. Yeah. Can you?
My thing is called Midnight.
Oh, a kitten called Moon. It might be Moonlight rather than Midnight.
Moonlight or Midnight.
Beautiful pictures. That's a really nice author who draws again lovely pictures. A guy called Christian Birmingham. That's Kitten Called Moonlight. We've got a couple of him. Did another one called Big Blue Sea. Can't remember the others, but we will see them tomorrow. And we're probably how long are we already? We're probably about 25 minutes, aren't we?
28.
28 minutes. Right, we better cut it short there. So that's all your bedtime stories for tonight. We will see you back tomorrow. Let's have a TTFN from the gorgeous Squirtle. And we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.